hujakuja kwake, ulikuja mkiwa na yeye, si ndio? Kuna wale wanakuja kwake, si hakuna shida hiyo. Kuna wale hawako na yeye, wanafaa wakuje ndio wamjue alafu aingie, lakini wewe ambaye tayari ameingia uko naye. Na tunasonga mbele vizuri by the grace of God in Jesus name. Last week we looked at the law of magnetism, si ndio? Si ulisaidika sana kuhusu hiyo sheria kwamba unafaa ku attract the right people, and you first of all make yourself the magnet, your character, your competence, then you attract the right people into your team. Are we together? And again, today we are going forward and we are looking at the law of connection. The law of connection. Yani hizi ibada zetu zote unasikiliza masikio yote yakiwa yamefunguka. Hata ukafungua mdomo hatuna shida. Yani usikize. Usione mtu anasikia paka na mdomo. Sio mtu amekaa mahali anasikia na masikio na mdomo. Hiyo usikie na masikio, usikie paka na mdomo. Because this will help you for the rest of your lives. The law of connection. The law of connection. And I know you may have an idea of what connection is all about. But you know, and in our age today, tunaelewa connection zaidi through our phones. If you lose connection, let's just imagine you're somewhere and you have lost connection. You have lost between your SIM card and your Safaricom, you lose connection. What would happen? Your phone is just another useless gadget. Connection is also important. Si tezi kusaidia. Iko na calculator. I need connection here. You can use it. Si itakuwa useless. Hata mtu akiona ataona umebeba simu. Lakini kama haina connection, haikuzaliwa ikuwe calculator. Ilitengenezwa ikusaidie to make calls, ndio, to communicate with other people. So connection is a very important thing in this life. In case you lose it, you have lost everything. So you need to understand how to connect. How to connect. Leaders touch a heart before they ask for a hand. Leaders, they touch the heart before they ask for the hand. That means if you hurt the heart, then you lose the person. You lose the connection. Ukiumiza moyo, doesn't matter what you think, you have already lost the connection. And connection is so important. Just have only one example. There are so many that you are in a need, you have your phone, and there's no connection. Kwa mahali kwa kichaka hivi, kuna simu, iko na moto, iko na pesa, lakini hakuna nini? Hakuna connection. Hakuna connection. Na hii connection yetu inakusaidia kwa sababu umeguza moyo. Kwa hivyo ukiumiza moyo, una lose connection. So anybody mwenye ushaiumiza moyo, you lost something very, very important. Inaitwa nini? Connection. Connection. Uko tu na calculator. Hako tu. Simu haiwezi potea kwa sababu ina connection. Haiwezi disappear. Iko tu. Can you imagine how many people we live with and we are not connected anymore? Just imagine. Try to imagine. Because one day you aimed at their heart, and maybe unknowingly, na ukaumiza nini? Moyo. That's why as a leader, you're supposed to understand the law of connection. It's so important, from your family to your place of work to your everywhere. This is the law, because you need people and you connect with people. You touch the heart before you ask for a hand. I know you want the hands, but let me tell you, it starts with connection. Although in Christ I could be bold and older you to do what you ought to do, yet I appeal to you on the basis of love. That is Paul akiongelesha Philemon kuhusu Onesimus. Nasikia venye anamwambia, mimi ni mkubwa wako. Naweza kukuambia kia uzito kia nguvu, nikwambie you must do this. But that's not how we operate in this kingdom. I don't want to do this because it's a law. I'm appealing to your heart. Let it be born out of your heart. Onesimus ukimchukua, usimchukue kwa sababu ni mimi nimesema. Umchukue kwa sababu your heart is now connected to him. Then you'll benefit from each other. Have you ever been to these reconciliation meetings where people connect because kama si pastor angekuwa hapa, huyo mtu tatugesikizana tena. Iko sawa, lakini iko na very minimal help. You want people to connect with hearts. Great leaders have learned that in order to be effective, they must continually put their people first. In order to be effective, you have to put your people first. This is true to new leaders who want to gain the support of their people. It is also true to veteran leaders who desire to lead their people into a new territory. Quite simply, if you do not take the time to connect with your people, you will not be able to lead them effectively. So you need to take a lot of time as a leader and connect with your people. For if you don't, you will not be able to lead them effectively. A leader is not really a leader until he has learned how to connect to his people. He has learned hanging with the people is not an option for a leader. It is an absolute essential. Connecting with the people, whatever you call your people, connecting with your wife, with your husband, with your children, with your colleagues in your place of work is an essential. It's not something that you just need to wish it happen naturally. You take time and you start connecting with people. And that's why this lesson is very, very important. When it comes to connection with people, the heart comes before the head. Very, very important. A very important line there. That do you connect na watu, you use your heart, not your head first. You know, there are so many times in leadership, you're supposed to allow your heart to overrule your head. Whenever you're seated somewhere, allow your heart to overrule your head. You know, you can be high-headed, sindio? Kichwa inaweza toa maneno. Kichwa inaweza haribu sana. So sometimes you bring your heart in. Unasema, but this is huu ni mtu God amenipatia. Ndio nisaidie katika kitu fulani. So you allow your heart to overrule your head. Nisikia, I think it should be Ron Kenley. Alikuwa anapeana testimony yake when his son ran away from home. And then he came back years later. Mwenye aliimbia wimbo Welcome Home, a very good song. A father sings to a son. And as parents, you need to listen to that song. Uone mtoto venye anaimbiwa akirudi home. Najua kwa akirudi home unakuwa anapanga kama goon. Mzazi amegoja mtoto, mzazi ni kama goon. Usiniangalie hivyo. Wazazi wengine ni magoons. Mzazi ni mask tu hana, lakini ako na mask ya anga, ni kama goon. Na ako na panga na fimbo, sio ni goon. I'm just using Ellen Kennedy as a good example of a guy who gave an example of how his son came back home. After many years, mtoto amerudi home. Aliporudi home, the guy sang a song internationally, Welcome Home. Welcome home. You know that song, yeah? Very wonderful song. Yeah? That's how you connect. You allow. Akitoa testimony ya hiyo song, alisema aliimba hiyo song because sani yake alipokuja, aliruhusu the heart to overrule the head. And that's what you need to do when you're thinking of connection. You cannot connect with your head. You connect with your heart. And some of the connections, you need them. You need them so much. Don't be blinded by situations in your head. Your head can make you blind to realities. You use your heart. Use your heart. Are we together? Yeah, use your heart. Use your heart. So here are we. That your heart comes before the head. A leader must learn to engage his people at the emotional level. Are we together? At the emotion. People are emotional beings. Don't play around the emotions. The emotional beings. Watu ni emotional. Havyo ndivyo tuliumbwa. Sindio? You can't move people into action unless you must move them with emotion. Lazima uongelesha watu mpaka wasikie, huyu msee ako na sisi. This is our person. That's when so you move them emotionally, then they can give you their hands. Dry statistics and tone on facts will not be enough to touch your people's heart. You can have all the statistics. You can have everything. Stories zote uko nazo venye watu, ideas. Lakini until you move their hearts, that's when you want to address people. Your people now. You have to make sure it's a little bit an emotional meeting. Not a head only meeting. Are we together? This is important. Sinesikia iko poa sana. Dry statistics, they can't move people. After all, as John Maxwell has often quoted, the old Roosevelt, people do not care how much you know until they know how much you care. So that network you're talking about, care is the network. Anytime somebody thinks you don't care, and care, before you think you know care is not interpreted by you. It's interpreted by them, not you. Don't stand there and say, I care. No, you care according to them, not according to you. You sit where they sit. You put on their shoes. Then if you care from that place of empathy, then you can say, I care for them. Sindio? Yes, sindio Monica? Mama nimesema vibaya. Sindio? You must connect with people by showing that you genuinely care and desire to serve them. Hizi vitu zinapotea. Kila mahali zinapotea. Hiyo vitu zimeingia, kuna vitu zimeingia sasa siku hizi. Things like care and service. But that's how you connect with people. Anyone you don't serve, you're not connected. Because you cannot care without service. Care means you serve. Ni kama love. You cannot love without giving. Ama can you? You can give without love, but you cannot love without giving. Sindio? So you need to allow your heart to overload your head. So think of someone who does a great job of connecting with you. Think of someone who does a great job of connecting with you. What is it that they do to put you at ease? Why are you at ease when you have them? What is that they are doing? Because there are some people who do a very great job to connect with you. What is that they do? And you feel at ease. Then do likewise. Simple. Care. Connection. Very, very important. So many people have lost connection. How do you connect then? If you disconnected, how now can you connect? Whether you are speaking to a huge audience, in an auditorium, or taking one person in the hallway, the guidelines are the same. Sheria za connection zimefanana. Iwe unaongelesha mtu mmoja, mtoto kwa kitchen, bwana kwa bedroom, manager kwa ofisi, mikutano ya watu 2,000 ndio unaongea. It doesn't matter. The rules are the same. Number 1, connect with yourself. Connect with yourself. This has a lot to do with your security. You're secure. You are confident of yourself. You be yourself. That means you're not pretending. That's who you really are. Connect with yourself. You have learned yourself. You know yourself. You are secure as you. And you have connected with yourself. You said the other time, you appreciate yourself. You build yourself. You umejitengeneza. Sasa wewe ni mtu unaweza connect na watu rahisi sana. Before you work on yourself, to be hard. Because you have not worked on some of your emotions, they'll affect your connections. If you have not worked on your leadership, it will affect your connection. So connect with yourself first. That's number 1. Number 2, communicate with openness and sincerity. Be real. Be authentic. Be authentic. Ukwe real. Communicate with openness. And people can know whether you're open or not. People have that ability. They just sometimes tunakaa na watu nadhani watu ni marobot. Zindio? Una behave kama those people ni marobot. Umemess and you think everybody has not seen. Umejifanya unadhani hakuna mtu ameona. Umeongea mbaya unadhani hakuna mtu amesikia. You know, people love open people. Communicate with openness. That what you see is what you get. You are real. You're not a pretender in the morning. Alafu jioni wewe ni mtu mwingine. Si ndio? Vile uko kanisani unaongea vizuri. Let that be real. That's how open you are. Hata kwa ma3, hata nyumbani. Know your audience. Know the person you're talking to. This is very important. You need to know people are not the same. You cannot talk to your kid the way you're talking to everybody else. Know who you are talking to. Kuna watu wanasahau wanaongea na nani. Hata kuna watu washaifutwa kazi sababu ameenda ameongea na mdosi. Yaani paka mdosi ameshangaa, huyu ndiye mwenye kazi? Si ndio? Niliona mwingine pale hoteli fulani town friend. Ameitishwa, alikuwa anatoka late shift. Anasema anatoka shift fulani saa fulani. Shift yake inaisha maybe let's say saa 6. Alafu mdosi ameingia saa 5:59. Akamwambia mdosi atakuuliza kama uko shift ama unikuvaa unavaa ama ni kwenda unaenda. That's not his business. Akamwambia can you just make for me this and this and this and this, make for me this and this and this. So the jamaa vile alifanya, aliona time yake imeisha. Hakuelewa the audience, hakuelewa ni nani anaongea naye. Kama ni kasa mwanaweza abia ule wita mwingine. Kwa sababu mimi naenda wewe ule cha. Hata by you're not even supposed to do that. But sometimes that can be allowed. So akaambia mtu mwenye wako ana shughuli na yeye. So boss amekaa pale kwa kiti. Amekaa 30 minutes. Kauliza kwani kulienda aje? Mwenye ulitisha chai alienda. Kuulizwa the next day ulienda wapi? Akasema unajua shift yangu sana naambia boss, yani do you know who you're talking to? Do you know who you're talking to? These things are very, you need to know your audience all the time. Whenever you stand before a person, first of all, know who you're talking to. Know who you're talking to. Some people talk to their parents as if they're talking to children. Know your audience. You can lose connection. Karo na Catherine, unaweza lose connection. Unaweza kuwa umesonga mbele, umeendelea. And then mzai ako tu pale anakaa tu mashamba. How when you're talking to them, you just say one statement, they won't tell you, but you lose connection. You lose connection. I'm just telling you for free, so many people have lost so many connections. They need to regain them. From home to workplaces. Know your audience. Know who you're talking to. What are their hopes? What are their dreams? And what are their needs? You need to understand the people you're talking to, their dreams, their hopes, and their needs. Leave your message. Yani hiyo unatuambia, usituambie kuwa niyo maisha yako hiyo. Don't preach to us water when you're drinking wine. Usisimame kutuhubiri hapa upendo. Halafu tunajua uko nje hautupendi wengine. Si ndio? Si hata kwa home kuna kitu as a parent you cannot do. Lakini unaweza kuta mtoto anaweza fanya na akwe allowed. Lakini kuna kitu wewe huwezi fanya. So whatever you are telling us, please make sure that is your life. Leadership is sacrificial. It's sacrificial. Focus on others, not on yourself. It's not about you. It's about them. Si wewe ni kiongozi. So unafaa kupeleka watu So sio wewe. It's not about you. It's about them. Si ndio? Sio unajua hata kwa leadership, you don't know everything. Just because you are a leader does not mean that you tell us everything. Actually, umeleta watu ndio upate opinions na ideas. But sometimes you people in leadership, kama haijasemwa. Focus on others, not on yourself. Identify with the reality of their lives. You look at the reality of these people that you're talking to. Believe in them. Believe in them. Believe in them. Can you imagine if you meet this kind of a person, mwenye kona hizo vitu zote, akikuongelesha, you connect. Muna click. Believe in them. See their potential and their possibilities. Offer direction and hope. Help them to climb to the next level. Those 7 things are so important in the law of connection. And you need to carry them along every day. Every day. This is about you. This is not about the other leader. This is about you. When Solomon died, his son, you know the story, maybe Rehoboam ndiye alikuwa mtoi wake, the next online to serve as the king of Israel. He could have reigned successfully over the entire nation, but he failed to follow the law of connection. In his self-centeredness, he tried to flex his political muscle. 10 tribes revolted. His kingdom was divided until today. Can you say until today? Imagine, the guy missed everything that God had done, has created. That one, things can take time. Can you imagine huyu jamaa, the pain David went through to build that kingdom? David amejenga. You know the story of David, yeah? Si msi alifanya job. Kuunganisha hata hiyo tribe zote zikakuwa moja. Akareini kwa zote. Kabla atoke, akatafuta Solomon. Akamfunza mambo mazuri, how to connect. Akaomba wisdom. And the guy had peace all the days of his reign. His son comes in. Kuna kitu moja tu alimiss, connection. That's what nakwambia. This is so important. Hakuna dhahabu ilipotea Rehoboam akiketi. So the issue is not money. Kiti yake ilikuwa intact. Kila kitu ilikuwa pale. The only thing alimiss is to connect with the people. And the division that was born out of him not being able to connect. Paka leo iko Israel. Kulizaliwa, yani everybody revolted. Alisema sisi hatuwezani na wewe. Sindio? Rehoboam is a vivid example of how it is next to impossible for a leader to connect with people while pursuing a selfish agenda. You can be full of yourself and you refuse to connect with people. A leader is a servant. Ako chini. Huko chini. Hayuko juu. Leadership yenye tunaongea is not the people holding the ladder for the leader to climb. It's for the leader holding the ladder for the people to climb. That's the leadership we are talking about. That's what Jesus taught us. Sio wewe unapanda juu, sio wewe umejana mambo yako, Mr. Kagi hivi, Mr. Kagi. It's not about you, Lily. It's about other people. But this guy was full of himself. Kuna watu wangesikiza. Sijui kwa nini. Sinakumbuka hata the story was kwamba amesimama the first day alipopata kiti. Alisema aje? Kule baba yangu alikuwa atandika na viboko. Mimi nitaomba na scorpions. You have just lost connection. The first statement umelose. You can have the position and lose the people. The very first statement, which matters, poko unashangaa kama ni mtoto wa Solomon. Kwani alikuwa wapi Solomon akiandika hizi vitabu za Proverbs? He is so disconnected. That tells you is a caution that you can be so close and have zero knowledge. Huyu baba yake ndiye aliandika hizo. Hiyo kitabu mnapenda hiyo ya Proverbs. Iko nyumbani pale, inaongea mambo mengi mazuri. Lakini the guy hajaiona kitabu iko nyumbani. Sasa anasikizaka vijana fulani. You know the story. Wazee walipomwambia kuwa mpole kuliko babako. The Bible says akaenda kusikiza vijana. Kaita vijana kwa Mamorio. Mnaona aje hii story? Hao wazee waende. It's time for Joshua. Now Moses must go. It's time for the young generation. You can do without them. Sindio? And then akafuata hiyo story. And he lost the law of connection. Connecting is a giving experience. It's not a selfish agenda. For you to connect is a giving experience. It's not you receiving, it's you giving. That's how you connect. It is about valuing others and striving to add value to them. Life's most urgent and persistent question for a leader is, what are you doing for others? That's a good question for you. What are you doing for others? What are you doing for others? So as a leader, people will want to connect with you. They want to. So you are the leader. Let me tell you for free, people want to connect with you. If you are a parent here, your children, they really want to connect. They want. Your wife wants to connect with you. Your husband wants to connect with you. You're the boss. People want to connect with you. Pare Baraka Chicken, those guys, they want to connect with the leader. I'm going to talk connection anyway. Yeah? See, even if you feel happy when you know the leader, you're connected to the leader. But no, it takes the leader now kuelewa the law of connection. Take a moment and think how you naturally connect with those you lead. Do you naturally connect? Ama unaingia wanaenda? Have you ever seen that kind of a leadership? Where the leader comes in and everybody does their job like perfect, excellence, on time. And then they leave. Kila mtu anamaliza kazi yake, anaenda. Ni kama uingia hapa kwa shule. If I'm the leader here, naingia hapa kwa shule, na ni allowed saa kutoka kazi. Nimeingia 4, anatoka 5. Nimeingia 4:55. Nikitembea hapa kwa church 5 minutes. Kwenda pale chini, everybody ameenda. Hawajafuja sheria yote. Waliona, kai, boss ako wapi? Huko juu. Wote wameenda. Kila kitu ukiingia pale, kila kitu imeoshwa, kila kitu iko sawa, nobody home. And some people think that is leadership. Kuna kitu huo leader anafaa kuuliza. Nobody, hakuna mtu akuningoja yani. Nobody, we don't connect with anybody. They all want to do their job. The law of connection is very important. Yeah. Here are some ways. You need to create some ways that the great impression to lay the foundation for strong connection. You need, after this lesson, you need to have some ways that you can write there. Things, some ways that you need to use to create connection. Number 1, leaders go first. Leaders go first. If you will be a servant of these people today and serve them and answer them and speak good words to them, then they will be your servants forever. Sikia. If you will be a servant to these people today. Si unataka watu, this is, anaambiwa venye ataongoza watu. Anaambiwa ukitaka kuongoza hawa watu, be their servant, ndio, serve them, answer them, speak good words to them. They will be your servants forever. I wish every leader would get that. All of us leaders seated here today. That you need to serve. Look at hiyo kitu haina ati you need to give them vitu to pay food. Actually, the connection we're talking about here is not you being, is not at they depend on you. Because some people think that connection is dependence. Hapana, that's not connection. Connection si ati ana depend na wewe. Sio hiyo. Connection goes beyond you giving people things. You can give them anything and you're not connected with them. Sindio? Unaweza pangisha watu hapa line wakitoka, but that does not mean you're connected. And some people think that is connection. Just because people are available, you need to go and ask another question. Are they really connected with me? Or are they connected with what I give them? Are they connected with what I... Sindio? Ile kitu nawapea. Maybe kuna watu wanapitia kwa kila asubuhi, unawapea kitu fulani. Sasa nasema kwa tunakuwa connected. Bado. Ni chai pengine, hakuna ile chai tazimo. Hakuna mtu anatokea. Na unataka connection mzuri. So you become a servant. So as a leader, servant is not something you do. It's something you become. Become a servant to the people. And then you serve them. Are we together? And then, very important, speak good words. Speak good words to them. Those two things. Halafu akaambiwa, they will be your servants forever. Service and words. Some bosses akisimama kuongea, we all, yani, watu wanapotea bwana. Hajaisema kitu kizuri. So you need to speak good words. Others opt to remain quiet. Even remaining quiet is another problem. You're supposed to keep quiet. You're supposed to speak good words. Don't keep quiet. Speak good words. And then they'll be your servant forever. Some leaders do not like the law of connection. Some people don't like that. It appears as if they are going down. But you know, the way up is the way down. The way up is not the way up. The way up is the way down. The way down. They think it is the responsibility of followers to connect with them. That's what some leaders think. That's why it is upon the followers to connect with them. Munitafute. Munipatie. Iko hivyo ya Yesu. Yesu ndio to connect na Yesu. Nani alikuja? Tulimwendea siku gani? Ni nani alikuja? For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. He sent his son. He sent. Alitaka connect na sisi, so akajituma. So mwenzako, leadership ni kujituma, ni kuenda. Leadership, if you want people to connect with you, lazima ukuwe mtu anaenda. Not necessarily physical, but a lot of things in the heart you must go for those people. They must see service, they must hear good words, they must hear love. Are we together? Successful leaders always take the first step towards building a relationship and continue to invest in strengthening their relationship. They take the first step to build the relationship. Number 2, then they continue growing their relationship. Great leaders don't expect their people to come forward to connect with them. Instead, they reach out to their people and work to make a connection. Are we together? Yani, it's supposed to be a genuine connection. A genuine connection. Unafaa kusimama mahali na your people wanasema kwamba this person, we are connected. We are connected. And you connect with all your leaders. If you have 10 leaders, you're connected with them. See, our example is Jesus Christ. Was he connected to some of the disciples or to them all? Including Judas. Judas Iscariot. It's a slip of the tongue. Wasn't Jesus connected to all those guys? Everybody felt at home with Jesus, including the thief. Because maybe he had other things that he was able to do better. Judas is another discussion we can discuss in leadership. Judas is another discussion because some people have lost very important people because of focusing on some small issues. Yes, that's the story of another day. Today we're in the law of connection. Please note that the connection principles listed here, let's look closely and see how Rehoboam violated them. Huyu mtoto wa King Solomon alipoteza tu. Alipoteza kingdom. Alipewa. That tells me that you can lose a church like this one. You can lose. Don't think highly of yourself that you can't lose. I'm not a prophet of doom. I'm giving you facts. You can lose your family. You can lose your children. You can lose things that you're not supposed to lose. So you have always to keep the law of connection alive, lest you lose. Because huyu jamaa alipoteza kitu ameachiwa na mzai hapo. Amepewa hivi, hapo akapoteza. When you move your people with emotion first, they are more willing to take action. Rehoboam showed no concern for the physical or emotional well-being of his people. That's what Rehoboam violated. And it's how people are emotional beings. How could you wako wapi emotionally? And people were crying. You read the story, everybody was crying. Halafu wakati aliingia wakajua, Rehoboam, the first thing bwana, tumeshukuru kama ni wewe umeingia. We are tired. Anambia, hey, tired? Hata hamjachoka bado. Ndio kazi inaanza sasa. The guy violated the law of connection, that you connect with people's emotion first. You listen to them. You listen to their needs. You listen to them. When you give first, your people will give in return. He forgot that one. When you give first, your people will give in return. The leader is not a receiver. Leader sio receiver. Leader sio kwa kureceive. Leader ni giver. When you give first, then people will do likewise. Giving was not on Rehoboam's agenda. Imagine a leader who has no giving in his agenda. You wake up to give as a leader. You wake up to give. You give love. You give correction. You give a lot of things. You give. You wake up to give. His desire was to be served, and his greed causes him great harm. Aliingia kwa hiyo kiti akasema sasa ndio nitaanza kupata. Sio kupeana, kupata. And then he lost everything. When you connect with individuals, you will soon gain the attention of the crowd. That's how you start. You go for one after one, the other. And you connect with the individuals. Well, this is a very tricky one. Connect with individuals. Because sometimes you connect with an individual and you lose every other person. And that's the challenge of leadership. Somebody amekuja, umeanza connect na yeye. Halafu umesahau wale wengine. Then you start losing. You know, leadership is very cold at the top. Very cold at the top. You can start maybe aligning towards one person. Halafu kuta umeanza kuruhusu wale wengi. See, even parents do that. Ukuta mzazi ameanza kualign ule mtoto anapata A. Na pengine mzazi hajui. Halafu nakuta umesha lose wengine wote. Lose a lot of things. So you will gain the attention of the crowd. So the reason why you connect with the individual is because you want the whole crowd. So you're not majoring on one individual like NDA, Alpha and Omega. You distribute yourself to all your people. I'm not saying that to all your 1,000 members. You're talking of your leaders or the people close to you. For a family, you distribute yourself to all, to everyone. Rehoboam was arrogant to walk among his people. He even failed to connect with a few leaders who could have helped him influence others. Hakuna mtu alikuwa saidi yake. That also tells you a leader can be so blind that watu wako na yeye. Can you imagine imagine mko na mimi? Have one thing happens, nikute I was alone. That's what happened to Rehoboam. Realize, well, alikuwa nadhani kila mtu ako naye, only to realize the shock that nobody, watu walipopata opportunity ya kwenda 10 kingdoms, 10 tribes waliondoka, 10 in 12 walimuondoka tu, and he was shocked. Kumbe watu wanaweza kana sisi, kumbe si kutaka ni kuvumilia. Please, usivumiliwe, furahiwa. Sindio? Don't be endured, be enjoyed. Uliza mwenzako, do they endure you or do they enjoy you? That given another opportunity, yani kiumane tu hivi, yani dunia ibadilishwe alafu kila mtu atoke akiwa free. Unaweza watafuta wako? Karibu niulize swali lingine, nikaona Hosea fanya niangalia. So he never initiated steps to connect with them. So it is you to initiate. No, that's that. When you reach out to people, they will reach back to you. Rehoboam was always a reactive leader, blaming his people for all the problems in the nation. That's another challenge of leadership. So sema kwamba you speak good words to them. That doesn't mean that kuna siku nyingine unawa correct. Lakini hiyo siku every time ukisimama, you correct us. Every time. Hakuna word ya grace inatoka kwa mdomo yako. That was Rehoboam. Akisimama tu, ni makosa tu, hamjafanya ile. Hakuna leaders kama hao. Akisimama hakuna kitu anaona mzuri. Ukisimama mbele zake atakwambia tu na hiyo shati haijamachi na hiyo koti. Hakuna kitu, nothing good. They miss connection. You have a lot of people, but you're not connected with them. So Rehoboam was always correcting the people. So he was blaming the people for all the problems in the nation. He never initiated steps to connect with them. The real sign of a great leader is not what he has accomplished on his own, but what he or she has been able to accomplish in connection with others. Ile mumewin pamoja. That is the real success. Not what you have done on your own. It's what you have done after connecting with the others. Too many leaders underestimate the power of connection. Na hiyo unafaa kuadaline. Ujiulize wewe, are you among wale wa underestimate connection? Me, I don't need to be connected to anybody. Me, I like living alone. Si kuna leaders kama hao? Hawezi peke yako. So too many leaders, they underestimate. Wewe umeketi hapa, overestimate. Kuwa na makosa ya overestimate the power of connection. Overestimate connection. Don't underestimate connection. You lose a lot. They believe people will follow them just because they hold some leadership position. These are the leaders who are always reminding us who they are. Do you meet mchungaji wenu? Do you meet baba yenu kwa nyumba? You know you have to rest. You know I'm your mother. Can you imagine telling your kid that you are the mother? Kwani house angapi? The connection is a problem. We know you are the boss. We already know that. You don't need to remind us you're the boss unless something is wrong in the connection. So if you're this leader who is always reminding your people who you are, then what you have missed, you have underestimated connection. People will not just follow you because of your position. The people, they both follow you because you're connected. They may follow you for a while, but this will not trust. People can follow a position for a while, but they get tired along the way. If you don't earn the right to lead by connecting with the people, it will become an increasingly difficult to involve them in accomplishing your God-given dreams. So connect with people. They will help you in your God-given dreams. Are we together? Yes. To earn the right to be followed, you have to touch people's hearts. Not to kuumiza moyo. You touch people's hearts. You touch people's hearts. You must be more than a manager. You're not, you can be managing, but you're more than a manager. You're the leader. You must be more than a manager. You must be more than a supervisor. You must be more than a boss. You must become friend, teacher, and coach. 3 things. You are the manager. Hallelujah. But behind the manager, people meet a friend, a teacher, and a coach. You are the supervisor. You are the pastor. But people are supposed to meet a friend, a teacher, and a coach. You are the father. You are the mother. But can they meet a friend in the morning? Can a friend come home in the evening? Can a teacher come home in the evening? Can a coach come home in the evening? You know those three titles. They're very, very important. Friend, teacher, and a coach. Sindio? Friend, anaupaleti na anakupenda. Sindio? Teacher anakuelekeza. Teacher anakuelekeza. Halafu coach. Sinajua coach? Anakupeleka mahali fulani. Anakutrain. Sio kukuumiza ukifanya makosa. Anakutrain. But you have to be those 3 things first. As much as you are the supervisor, the leader, or the boss, you must show your people that you genuinely care about their well-being. Only when people believe you care about them as individuals, they will commit their best to your success. Are we together? So for people to think that you care for them, what do you give them? You empower them. You are there to empower them. Feeding people does not mean you care for them. Giving people transport does not mean you care for them. It's when you empower people. When you empower people as a leader, you empower people as a leader. When we look at Jesus Christ and the way that he connected with the disciples, what are some of the ways that we can follow his example? Very quickly, he was teacher. He was friend. He was coach. That's what Jesus was. Alikaa na hao watu na wanajua ametoka mbali, si ndio? Alafu aliwaambia aje, my friends, I no longer call you my servants. You are my friends. Faka tumwambia what a friend we have in Jesus. Faka tukamtolea wimbo kwa sababu alisimama mbele yetu. the Alpha and the Omega. Akakuja kwetu, akaleta mkono, akasema I'm a friend. But not just friend only. Aliwapea classroom. Kila siku alikuwa na yeye. Akiwa teach. Alikuwa anachukua hiyo timu yake, anaipeleka mahali anawateach. Anawafanya like himself. He was coaching them. Anawatuma. Anawaambia sasa ile mafunzo mmepata, hebu endeni bila mimi. And then mkaponye watu. And then he would come and he would listen to their reports. He would guide them. He would correct them. That's Jesus for you. That's all. This guy was connected to them. He was very connected to these people. So Rehoboam could have made several changes to connect with the hearts of his people. Do any of these things apply to you? Now, for you to start connecting, because we don't want you to remain as Rehoboam. Tunataka uingie kwa level ingine sasa ukue mtu ana connect. This is what you need to do to your people or with your people for you to reconnect. Easy. You can do it this afternoon. To reconnect with people. Instead of lecturing them, listen to them. He should have listened. That's number one. Instead of lecturing, he should have listened. So the question is, do you listen? Do you listen? If you are not a good listener, you lose connection. See, we're talking to the leader now. Leader mwenye anasikizaga. But if you don't know how to listen, you lose the connection. You listen, don't lecture. Don't lecture them. Where's your lecturer shule? This is leadership. Wewe hujapewa kazi ya kutufunza, kutulecture. Nasimama hapo for 3 hours giving us a lecture. You are supposed to listen to the people. Instead of greed, he should have modeled generosity. Badala ya kukaa ati wewe kila saa ni kuitisha. Si ujaribu kupeana. Tuone kama itawaka. Si ndio? Because unakaa kama jamaa alikuwa anasema kuchukua. Then one day model a different thing. Start being generous. Instead of his image, he should have protected his integrity. Instead of protecting your image, your position, your chair, your seat, protect your integrity. Kuwa mtu mwenye, you want to do things right. You have positive, good morals and values. Instead of control, he should have demonstrated compassion. This is the Rehoboam for you. And this is what you can do. Unlike him. You demonstrate what? Compassion. Instead of being served, become a servant. Become a servant. Siku ile wanafunzi wa Yesu walikuwa wanataka ukubwa. Sinakumbuka walikuwa wanataka ukubwa. Kwanza ili start nenda kaa upande yako ya kuulia ama kushoto. Nani atakuwa kiongozi wetu ukishaenda? Yesu akaendea towel. Akademonstrate leadership. His kind of leadership. There are many other kinds of leadership, but Jesus is the real deal. He's the real deal. Kakuja akachukua towel, akamwambia watoe miguu, akawaosha. Akamwambia sasa go and do likewise. Go and serve. Don't be served, go and serve. Instead of isolation, he should have identified with the needs of the people. Yeye amejifungia mahali. Hajui venye watu wanapitia. Yeye alikaa in isolation. Hakuelewa the needs of the people. Understand the needs of the people. Instead of power, he should have fallen in love with the people. Have you fallen in love with the people or with the power? Sindio? Sindio fall in love na kiti yako, na hiyo ofisi yako, kuliko watu wale unahudumia. Unaweza fall in love na hii historia ya kuitwa pastor hapa. Idazo ndiye mchungaji wenu. You fall in love with that one. That's what you protect. No, you're supposed to fall in love with the people. With the people. Take a time and think about each of the statements below. Are they important to the Lord? Are they important to the Lord for connection? And then the second question, are you practicing them? As you go through this statement, rank yourself from 1 to 10, with 1 being low and 10 being high. as to whether you are practicing these things on a regular basis. Regular basis. Hii si ile unafanya Sunday. Hii unafanya 24/7. Number 1, believe in people. Rank yourself 1 to 10. Ama ni wale wanatembea kwa hii dunia statement, trust nobody. Rank yourself. Jipe marks. 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. Do you ever believe in people? Do you believe in your people? Rank yourself. Pole pole tu. Sina mbio. Alisema kama uko na family, usianze kurank na mambo ya church. Anza home. Because you are the same. Unless you are a pretender. Unamrank wapi? Do you believe in your spouse? Or in your children? I'm gonna believe in our neighbors. Not trust my neighbors. Rank yourself. Have you ranked yourself? Now you just be honest. Hakuna mtu anakuja kumaki hiyo. Ni wewe. Nataka ujione vizuri kwamba ama useme kweli nimewapea marks. Rank yourself. Number 2. Do you know your people? Rank yourself again. Do you know them? Living with them does not mean you know them. Knowing goes beyond sitting down with them. Knowing ni kazi. Kujua mtu ni kazi. Kujua mtu ni kazi. Umeketi na yeye, umeelewa dream zake. You know that's how we correct people that we don't know about. Just niandike hiyo post kwa Facebook. Some people are there to give you correction. Wanakupatia haoni kitu mzuri pengine ndani yako, because that's what they imagine. Now they are already at the ceiling of the imagination concerning you. Wamesha conclude. Na unawasikiza. Unawafuata. Do you know so many people, especially people that you live with, watumekana wao, they have already hit the ceiling of their imagination concerning you. They think they know you. They know you. Ukiwauliza nakwambia huyu anafanyaga hivi. Mimi nimeishi na yeye. Alijoin hii church miaka fulani. Tumekuwa na yeye, hawezi fanya hivi. Who told you? Ama God alikupea kiti yake. You know, you can be so shocked. And the Bible has those stories of people who are shocked to their core, that God, some people they thought they knew. Wakasema, hatuko tunamjua hata kidogo. You remember when Saul started to prophesy? You know the story? Saul met Samuel. Saul ni mchungaji wa punda. I wish hakuna mtu alikuwa amesema kwa hiyo community kama huyu jamaa kazi yake anajua ni punda tu. Maybe somebody had said that. Tu kijana Akish, ile kazi anajua tu ni punda. Haisaidia mtu, ni kazi ya punda tu. And one day, just one day like today, he came back home as a king. And not only a king, as a prophet. And everybody was acting now saying, "Hey, kwani yule ni Saul kweli? Kwani na prophesy?" Why would they ask this question? Because most people wameshahit ceiling. Ndio maana Kenya wanasema hivi kukushughulisha, hawakujui. Remember when David killed Goliath? Those are stories in the Bible. Many, even everywhere. David kills Goliath. The brothers, sijui walibeba hiyo kitu aje. Kwa sababu ile vitu walikuwa wamemwambia asubuhi kwamba hata atoke vitani, kwamba amekuja kujiringa, unakuja kufanya si ndio majeshi huku, unakuja kufanya nini hapa, si ndio werevu hapa, get them out of the meeting. But the guy akawafanya washinde Goliath. Si akawafanya, akashinda Goliath, akawapea ushindi. Yeye alishinda Goliath, akawapea ushindi. Some people have really, do you know people? That's what I'm saying. That's the question I'm asking. Ananias anaanza kuhubiria Jesus venye anajua Paul ni muuaji, Paul ni mwizi, Paul akafanya. Jesus akamwambia, he is my chosen vessel. He is my chosen vessel. I don't consort to promote when I want to promote. and I know him. And this history yake kuwa chosen vessel si kitu nimemweka jana on the road to Damascus. Anatuambia ni Galatians, God who called me from my mother's womb. So there are a lot of things that people have that you need to know about that are not feasible now. Rest ukutana huko mbele uanze kutubu. No people. Rate yourself 1 to 10. Do you know what they love about? Do you know what they cry about? Do you know what they dream about? Do you really know them? You need to know what makes them happy. Sindio? You need to know what they cry about. You need to know what they dream about. And that's not rocket science. You can get it quickly. If you understand the law of connection, you can take time and study somebody. Na umjue kabisa na ujue who this person really needs. Number 3, do you walk slowly through the crowd? Walking slowly. You know, we said as a leader, you walk slowly. That means slowly kumaanisha hauna mbio, you learn people. You learn people, and you can only learn people slowly. You don't learn your phone. You learn people. Kutoka siku ile simu ilizaliwa ama ilitengenezwa? Hii kitu inakaa kama ni kuzaliwa ilizaliwa. People never learn people. They never learn. Because for you to learn people, you have to walk slowly. Like you are slow. You can sit in that sitting room slowly. Slowly. Umeketi tu, unasoma watu. Unasoma your wife. Unamsoma tu. Because you're slow. Hauna mbio. Unasoma your husband, unasoma your children. But now, if you are very fast, you're carried away quickly into things. These people are taken away. Even when you're talking, they've already gone. Ukiongea tu hivi, hata pengine sasa kuna msee hatuko na yesa kwa ibada. Ashaenda. This thing is supposed to be a blessing, not a curse. But it has taken people away from their dreams, their giftings, their careers, and the worst of all, from their very families. Walk slowly. Learn to walk slowly. Learn to remove. Walking slowly means you are not distracted. You are not in a hurry. You have time. People who walk slowly, they have a lot of time. Through your crown may be your family, your children, your place of work, your church. You walk slowly. So you have time for your other leaders. Rate yourself 1 to 10. Speak to the heart, not to the head. Not just the head. When you're speaking to people, connect with their heart. Watu wasipokupatia moyo, hata wanakupatia mikono, ni kujisukuma tu. Ni kwa sababu ni wewe, ni kwa wanakuogopa. Lakini people are supposed to give you their heart. Their heart. You connect with people. Care connects the heart, not the head. Are we together? Rate yourself. Do you speak to the heart or to the head? Connecting is not a reaction. It is a choice. Do you connect out of choice? Is it something you want? Is it something that you look forward to? Choose to connect. Choose to connect. Connecting requires your commitment. Ni kujitolea, ni kuamua kwamba mimi hawa watu wangu tutaconnect. Afadhali create sherehe yenye haiko ndio mconnect. Because if connecting is so important, si hata hosi kupeleka mtu ni pesa. Si utafute hiyo 3,000 alafu upeleke mtu mahali fulani ndio mconnect. Si ndio? Useme mtoto naona hatu connect. This my kid ni kama hatu connect. So what do I do? Ambia leo nasikia kukununulia chips mahali. That's now a slow parent who knows how to walk slowly through the crowds. Sindio? Niona siku ile shule ilifungwa siku ya COVID. Ilifunga how many? Ilikuwa 2 months ama ilikuwa miezi ngapi? Kuna mzazi fulani kwa TV amepiga kelele mpaka na imagine, mbona huyu mtu hajui watoto wake wanasikia? You can just disconnect with a statement. Alisema je, mama alikuwa mama. Sasa sasa hivi tatu tutaishi aje? Si wakora wamekuja nyumbani. Blood yake imekuja nyumbani. Ameshindwa, anasema I wish wakae kwa shule forever. Alafu wanasikiza. Najua huko hiyo nyumba ni ngori mpaka leo. Wengine hajui kwa nini ngori inatoka wapi. You lose connection. Yeah? It's a commitment. Connection is your responsibility. Hiyo ni kazi yako yani. Part of your responsibility is to connect. Yani pale unaandika, what are the responsibility of a father? To provide, to protect. Andika number 1, connection. Because hizo zingine zote hazitakuwa na maana sana kama hamu connect. The first responsibility of a leader is to connect with the people. Are we together? All great leaders connect with all types of people. Ama una connect na born again people. Wale wanaenda binguni, hao ndio tuko na wao. Wasioenda binguni, musikule paka na wao. Come out from among them and be separate. Misinterpret scriptures. Sindio? Unajua that scripture has been abused. Alisoma tu hiyo Corinthians. Sema come out from among them and be separate. And you shall be my people. And I will be your God. Sema lazima utoke kwao. Some people have left their families. They're just there. Ni mwili tu. Akitoka nje ndiye anaishi. Akiingia ndani, ameingia among the Gentiles. Do you know, that was not the meaning of the scripture. That was not physical isolation. No. Is you getting out of their ways. Vile wanafanya mambo, wewe ufanye vile. Imani yao sio imani yako. Ndio maana Paul aliambia watu wa Efeso wasihame Efeso. Kwa sababu kama ingekuwa hivyo angewaambia sasa, the first thing you need to do, panga vitu zako, hama hapa. Kwa sababu ni kubaya, but you cannot do that. Light cannot run away from darkness. Light inafaa kuishi hapa kwa na kama ulidanganywa kwamba wewe you think you are so careful, eti haugusagi vitu zenye za watu wasio wa Mungu, hata hiyo nguo umevaa hiyo vitu nyingi uko nazo ujui, yani wewe uko na vitu mingi. Ile chakula ulikula, ile kitu tununua kwa supermarket, haikutengenezwa na pasta. Vitu nyingi ukijua nani anatengeneza, utahama hii dunia basi mapema. Tulia, connect with people. Connect with all kind of people. Sindio? Connection does not mean that you stay with them, that you eat together with them. Connection is not about food. It's about them knowing that you care. Jesus connected with sinners. He did. A great connection with non-believers. He did. With prostitutes. He did. Connection. Are we together? Connection is not something that happens automatically once you establish a relationship with a person. It is more than greeting someone in the hallway or sending someone a birthday card. Sikwambia hisi eti tuna connect na yeye, hii chakula ya jioni alinipikia. That's not connection. Connection is not even related to that. Huyo lazima akuje birthday. Hiyo sio connection. Connection is people knowing that you care for them in their heart through your service and your words. Tumeeleza hapo hivi. Some people that you think you're connected is because you have never heard what they say about you. Do you realize? Umekoniwa, ulikongwa. Ulikoniwa kitambo. They are just conmen around your life. You know you can surround yourself with conmen. Akishatoka koko hivi, what they say about you? Ni wakora wamekuzunguka. Ni wakora tu wako na Bible. si wa hii church, unajua si hapa, history si hapa. Hawa wanaongeaga vizuri about you all the time. Hawa hata ukiwakosea wanakuforgive mara hiyo. Huku we have no issue with forgiveness, we have no issue with love, we have no issue with caring for each other, we have no issue. We are to call Jesus. It goes beyond giving somebody something. Sindio? It requires an investment in another's life. But one deposit again is not enough. You invest yourself in people, but not one deposit. Wewe sema eti wewe ni wa hiyo bank na uliweka 5 bob last year na hujairudi kwa hiyo bank tena. Umeenda kwa mkutano yao kama one of the investors. How much do you invest in those people? That's the connection now. You must continue to invest in the relationship. But you know the challenge in relationship, again to engage to square couples, people stop investing. People wanna start vizuri. They invest into each other, into their children, into their families, into their relationships. Lakini with time, kwanza watu wakiendelea juu kidogo hivi, vitu walikuwa wanafanya naturally, hawafanyi tena. And then the connection inaanza kukua, network inaanza kupotea. Si ndio? The more unaenda bali na ile mast ya Safaricom, the more connection inaanza kupotea. So kuna mahali ya utoki hata uendelee namna gani. Are we together? So when you connect with your team or another organization, it's important to follow the principles that you have already looked in this lesson. Here are some practical ways that you can connect when working with teams and partnerships on a regular basis to continue to pour into your relationship. Please go and do some research and feel some, even from what you have learned. How do you connect with your team? And how do you connect with partnerships? Your team can be as small as 2 people, family, spouse. Partnership can be in your place of work. So, often, before we can move on to new things, we have to examine the old ways that we did something in order to learn from our past or even from our mistakes. Sindio? Ndio iweze kusaidia. Sasa tuko kwa coaching moment. Lazima tuangalie venye tumefanya mambo hapo awali. How have we treated people before? How have we connected or disconnected? What mistakes have we made? It is also helpful to learn from others' mistakes. What are some of the past mistakes you have made in trying to connecting with people? Here are some suggestions on how to share your mistakes so that you can learn from them. Yes? Do you know some of the problems you have done, especially in teams, also in partnerships, is over-connecting, like these ones. These are the 3. Over-connecting with one person, isolating the others. Connect until somebody shows up. Ni kama sasa tuanze kuconnect na Hosea. Tuzao kina Jogo existed. Kina Mwanika were ever born. That's a mistake people do. Si ni vizuri kutumia examples zetu. Si ndio? And you need to check yourself. Tunasema hizi ni mistakes, ndio? This is a coaching moment. Look at your life. Did you get this new friend who came into your life and then somehow akaingia bila wewe kujua and then you lost everybody? Ukabaki na yeye. Baadaye na yeye akaenda. Yes, we told you with Patricia of some ministry that we went, and then there was this new guy who joined, who was very, very prophetic. Akaingia. Do you know at the end of the day, ilikuwa tu huyo preacher na yeye peke yake huyo ministry. Everybody left. One of the mistakes that you can do, this law of connection, you have to have a very good balance. Don't allow yourself to connect with one person, yeah, at the expense of others. Na ujiangalie, tumesema you look at your past. Look at your past. Usiende mbali, angalia 2 years ago. What has been happening in your life? With this guy, gari mpya ndio unaendaga nayo. Kitokea mpya uko ndani. Ikizeeka kidogo unaingia ingine mpya. That's how you'll never progress as a leader. As you connect with kina Hosea, you maintain mwaniha and wisdom. Are we together? Na wao pia wanajua na wanafaa kuona kwamba this guy haku disconnect us kwa sababu a new kid on the block has appeared. In the family, you don't connect with one kid or with one person or with one relative at the expense of the rest. You are a leader. Wengine wafanya hivyo, but not the leader. Not this father who only calls one kid na akona watano. Anapigia tu mmoja simu mwenye ako kazi. Msiniangalie mbaya, mimi sinasema kitu mbaya, ni tu kitu mzuri tu ya kusaidia wewe. The second mistake that you do in the law of connection, mistaking needy people for resourceful people. People who come to you because they have a need, you can mistake that for connection. That's why doctors, si daktari yako wapi? Daktari hajaingia leo. Tukimwita atuambie. All counselors, mimi naweza ambia story ya counseling. When people come for counseling, you give them time. Kama ni 2 hours, it's gone. After 2 hours, they leave. Because people in need, you can think you're connected. Atakuosha mwili, mguu. Atakuja osha nyumba yako. Atakuja. Wewe bila kujua unadhani ni connection. Kumbe ni need inamdrive. Are we together? You need to be, as a leader, you need to know your office very well. Because some leaders have made the mistake of connecting with needy people. Mistake kwamba ni watu resourceful. Until the day walisaidika. Ndio alijua aya. Kumbe tukua na yeye. Can you imagine how the doctor can be heartbroken akianza connect na wale wagonjwa kwa ward? Mgonjwa kwa ward si yako hapo kila siku. Si eti anapenda wewe. Ni ugonjwa imemleta pale. Ndio maana ako hospitali kila siku. Anaweza kata 6 years kwa hospitali. Lakini you're not supposed to connect kwa sababu ya need. Kwa sababu the day atapona, utakuja ukute kienda iko empty. Hakuambii bye, hakupigi simu, hajairudi Thanksgiving. How many of you have ever gone back to Thanksgiving kwa hospitali? Why didn't you go? You are not connected. But some people are so funny in their leadership because they have not identified huyu amekuja kwa sababu ya shida ama huyu amekuja kwa sababu ya kunisaidia. Wa shida atakukaribia zaidi ya yule amekutumwa kukusaidia. Kabisa. Ukweli, believe you me. I'm not that old, but I know what I'm talking about. Mtu akona shida anaweza ingia church 5 in the morning. Lazima ukuwe mwelevu je ni shida inamleta ama ni Yesu. Mtu akona shida usiweze na yeye. Anaweza kuwa available paka ustuke until the day shida itaisha. You know, and that's you know as a leader, you're about 3 things. You're a doctor, sindio? You're a doctor. Kwamba God anakutumia wagonjwa. Na unafaa kuelewa hivyo. Kwamba God, by the all of us as leaders, God hututumia watu wagonjwa. Si ndio waishi kwetu. Ndio mkae na wao, uwapee dawa. Si tu uwapee dawa na mahali pa kulala. That's not what doctors do. Lakini unawapeaga dawa, mahali pa kulala, umeanza kuwalipia rent, umeanza kushughulika na kila kitu yao until you are so disconnected with other people, you are carried away by their situation. Tukisoma counseling tunaambiwa mtu akikuja counseling, be very careful, you can connect with them. Very easy. So kama ni 2 hours, kuna setup hata ya viti. There's the way you sit. Anaingia saa 2, akiingia saa 1:30 mwambia ngoja kwanza ni saa 2. Na hiyo saa 2 kwanza eti mnakunywa chai hapo kwa sitting room, sijui mmempikia, amekupikia. Mtavunja ethics. Kuja na keti pale, unaketi hapa. Anaongea story yake, mnapelekana kama ni 2 hour story inaishi hapo, unamwambia the next meeting 3 Wednesdays to come. Saa 2 tena. mnaachana. Si tena anaanza kukupigia simu kukuripoti, na wewe unachukua hizo simu, mna create connection, uko kwake sasa, kesi zingine katikati, then you never be a counselor. Now you have broken the limits. Sindio? Yeah, you are a doctor first. You're also a father. Sindio? You're also a trainer. Some people also come to you, Mungu amewaleta kumaliza one project halafu waende. This connection ni kitu unafaa kuwa very careful. Kuna watu God anakuletea leo because there's something you're doing this month. Lakini wewe ulisema ni forever. Kila mtu akiingia kwako anasaini kabarua ya forever. Hiyo kitu anamaliza ikiisha. Unamtafuta na simu, unaenda kwake, they will never show up. Unaanza kukasirika because you went overboard. The third mistake we mistake sympathy for, yani we sympathize, we don't empathize. Wewe uko na huruma nyingi mpaka inaharibu kila kitu. Unafaa kuelewa hata katika kusaidia watu, unawaelewa. You sit where they sit, you put on their shoes, unawaelewa. But you can give them what they exactly want, need. Sindio? Sikuna kwa na hiyo ministry, there is a ministry ya spiritual ministry na ingine. Sindio? Ile administrative ministry. Hiyo vitu zieleke vizuri because you can create people waharibu katika kuwasaidia badala ya kuwasaidia, because you are just moved by sympathy. Kumbe ni watu lazy. Uko tu pale kila saa anakupigia simu, nyumba imefungwa, unarusha 2,000. Analala the whole month. 30th nyumba imefungwa tena, unarusha 2,000. Najua bado kwa sababu ya kulala mambo inaendelea. Nyumba imefungwa na nimezaa, unarusha 2,000. Hebu tusimame. Let's be on our feet. No, you need to read the action plan too. But these are good things to learn. The law of connection. Amen? The law of connection. Go and think about this again and again and again. How you are connected to your people. And you need to make this alive. Review the connection principles they have been violated. List the changes that you need to make to improve your ability to connect with your people. You go again to that book. That's the action plan. Read Rehoboam again. Is there a key person in your life with whom you have a difficulty connecting? There should be one. Everyone has somebody. Munukona challenge na yesa hii, sindio? What steps will you take this week? Please, is the end of the next week? This week to promote connection with that person. The longer it stays, inaharibu. Kama ni mtu mnafaa connect, do it this week. Are we together? Ikikaa zaidi inaharibu. As you look at your partnerships, what are the top 3 partnerships that you need to focus on so that the relationships do not get neglected? The first one, family. You should not neglect that one. The next one, the place of work. The third one, church. The fourth one, others. Sindio? Family, your place of work, your ministry. Sindio? Ama ina start na ministry. Ina start wapi? Ina start wapi mambo yetu? Where does it start? Si mimi nauliza. Your priority number 1. Where do you need the law of connection? Family. Then where else? Your place of work. Then number 3, kuja kwetu sasa. Sasa tuende kwa Wakenya, fellow Kenyans. Wengine walianza na fellow Kenyans. Wakarudi. Family is nowhere. This is like water to a thirsty person. Try that formula. It will always work for you. Sindio? What do you need to continue to do to connect with them on a regular basis? Those priority ones. What do you need to do regularly to connect with them on a regular basis? Kuna watu nahitaji connect now 24/7. Sindio? What do you need to do on a regular basis? They just need service and words. That's where it all begins. Good service and good words. Then, and finally, who needs to own these relationships? Say me. Who needs to own the relationship? Who is responsible? It is you, in Jesus' name. Si ufunge tu macho kidogo, ambie God akusaidie to connect with your priority relationships. They are priority. Shetani asikudanganya, si priority. They are priority. Family is a priority relationship. Your place of work or your business is a priority place. Your church is a priority place. Start with those three. As we blink, the one who is leading us in prayer.